Well, that's not how I expected things to go down. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we are counting down our picks for the top 10 surprising anime victories.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at the times where anime characters pulled off a win that we really weren't expecting. We're not throwing any shade at the fights in question or their outcomes. It's just that if I were a betting man, I would totally be out at least 100 rupees by this point. Hey, listen. I'm Todd Haberkorn, and I'm a huge fan of all things Vic, including victories. We've got a handful of those to get through here, so...
let's get ready to mojo!
Wait, big brother?
Yep, that good-for-nothing dum-dum over there is my big brother Kyoto.
Number 10. Vetto gets a taste of the Black Bulls. Black Clover. If you couldn't tell by looking at him, Vetto is a killing machine whose speed and strength can easily decimate even the most advanced mages. Come with me if you want to live.
How tedious. Sluggish moves, glancing blows. But what should I expect from magicless trash and underwater scum?
As it happens, that kind of power can't measure up to the stubbornness of the Black Bulls. Despite being made to eat dirt earlier on, our loudmouthed protagonist makes quite the comeback, with help from his fellow underachievers, Finral and Vanessa.
Let's beat him!
We're not about to let you die, Asta. We'll be fighting beside you.
Their combined strength puts on one hell of a fight, all before Asta finishes the job by letting his inner demon run wild. Considering they topped one of the high-ranking members of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, we'd say that's well beyond beginner's luck.
Hey, despair! This is where you lose!
Number 9. The Quinn Squad bests Noro. Tokyo Ghoul Re. Ah yes, Noro, the masked menace. Agiri Tree's secret weapon. A ghoul of such immense power that he can wipe out anything with minimal effort.
No way.
He's the LeBron James, Wolverine, and the Rock of the Tokyo Ghoul universe all rolled into one. Yeah, he got himself owned by 2 members of Quinx. They may have been trained by the one-eyed ghoul god that is Ken Kaneki, but we were still expecting something a lot more impressive.
Die, you ugly freak!
Maybe it wouldn't have seemed so shocking if Noro hadn't been built up as this unkillable beast. As it stands, we're calling Haber crap on all those power levels. Number 8. Touma puts the brakes on Accelerator, a certain magical index. What happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object? Well, in this case, the unstoppable force is canceled out by the immovable object's right arm and gets socked in the face for its troubles. While Touma's Imagine Breaker can get the best of any Esper, we at least thought the guy who can make gravity bend to his will would have a way around it. Nope, turns out when the chips are down, this serial killer just wasn't capable of handling the likes of Touma's unlucky punch. No wonder he switched alignments.
Let's see who's the stronger one now!
Number 7. Akagi owns the Yakuza. Akagi.
感じるんだ。お前から勝負する者に不可欠な熱と月と気。
We're sure that in do or die situations, a person could pull a small miracle out of the bag. However, when a 13-year-old boy who has never played a single round of mahjong in his life randomly walks into a game ran by the Yakuza and manages to obliterate them, you have officially jumped the shark 50 times on a unicycle.
1000点食い上がり。
We're not sure what's more unbelievable in this scenario. That Akagi managed to pick up the rules of one of the most complicated tile-based games in existence at light speed, or the fact he got sassy with a group of killers and lived to tell about it. This dude must have balls made of brass. Hashtag TSA cavity search.
No.
Number 6. Midoriya, Todoroki, and Iida versus Stain, My Hero Academia. Hero killer Stain made quite the name for himself by butchering up professional caped crusaders left and right.
I'll kill you!
Shouldn't you be worried about saving that guy?
With his mad knife skills, ability to freeze victims after ingesting their blood, and a creed he was fiercely devoted to, it looked like there was no one who could put a stop to his rampages. Save for these students, of course.
Go, guys.
Sure, these three have some pretty amazing quirks of their own, and their teamwork was on point, but again, this guy took apart peeps from the big leagues. You would have thought he could handle a few adolescents.
Don't let him get away! And I am a hero!
Number 5. Yomi triumphs over Yusuke. Yu Hakusho. Need we remind you that this is Yusuke freaking Urameshi? Spirit detective extraordinaire? Anime's favorite punk? The guy who eats demons for breakfast? Oh sure, he's been knocked down by true monsters like Toguro and Sensui, but he still found a way to come back swinging. You don't expect someone like that to lose. Alas, Yomi apparently proved to be too much for even Yusuke to handle, since he ended up losing to him in a demonic tournament.
What the hell's going on? Is this a dream?
Dream, it's not. You were knocked down and out, Yusuke. That's the truth.
Your loss was a week ago. You've been asleep ever since.
Kind of a sour note to end on, bud. Number 4. Boruto defeats Momoshiki. Boruto Naruto Next Generations. You want to see an awesome battle between godlike beings? Look no further. Much like Kaguya, Momoshiki was an entity capable of creating jutsus powerful enough to bust up planets, albeit with a majorly inflated ego. No surprise that the only ones capable of holding a candle to him would be former frenemies Naruto and Sasuke, whose own top-tier abilities turned the clash into one of modern anime's greatest spectacles. And yet, Boruto was the one to come in last minute and clinch the win? Yeah, we know, it's all about passing on the torch, following your ninja way, all that good stuff. Still, kind of feels like the other two did most of the work here. What a drag. Number 3, Escanor takes out 2 commandments, the 7 deadly sins. I guess when faced with overwhelming muscles, a masterful mustache, and an unholy helping of pride, faith and truth just aren't enough to cut it. By this point, it had been established that the members of the 10 Commandments were not to be messed with, especially considering the fact they took on Meliodas. Taking on just one was suicide, and yet Escanor managed to rise to the occasion and best 2 of them. Oh, sorry, I mean his overwhelming manliness proved to be so blinding that he evaporated an entire lake and sent them to God knows where. Now that's how you make an impact. Number 2, Raphael outplays Yugi. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. So, there's this guy called Yugi. He plays a children's card game for a living, one that often decides the fate of the world.
Impressive. But all you did was prolong your eventual downfall.
In fact, he's so good that not even the likes of ancient Egyptian evils or the actual rules are enough to best him. But apparently a filler villain is. Scratch that, a filler villain's lackey.
Yugi actually lost!
We're not sure if Yugi was having an off day or just really fancied a roundabout way of pissing Kaiba off, but him suddenly succumbing to evil and losing a duel is just so out of character that even capsule monsters seem more canon by this point.
Not him! It's not fair!
Number 1. Android 17 is the MVP, Dragon Ball Super. The greatest warriors from all the dimensions in the multiverse, including Goku, and the one to outlast them all was a former genocidal android who now works as a national park ranger. Gotta admit, I didn't see that coming. After the awesomeness that was Goku and Frieza versus Jiren, we figured that the Saiyan would be last man standing, but nope, 17 is apparently Universe 7's lucky number. Admittedly, he's just really good at camping out while the actual battle goes on, but who cares? A win is a win, baby.
自然保護官は忙しいんだ。さっさとしてくれ。
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.